Joe Serafini. Working with Joe is a
Joe's here. Joji. That's Joe. That one's Joe. Hi, Joe. Hey, Joe's doing. Joe Serafini. Joe said. Joe is a. Oh yeah, Joe's wearing a team. Joe. Joe's always like, Joe has clear polish. Thanks, Joe. Dang, Joe. Joe's like, Joe, just drag it. Joe, Joe, it's yours. Hey, Joe, we love it. Of course. Joe can do no wrong. Joe Army. Joe's like, I had Joe.
I told Joe the other day, oh, me and Joe, this scene with Joe is messed up, Joe. You ready, Joe? Okay, Joe. That's not one, Joe.
Unless it's me.
Joe, just Joe. Joe, you gotta tell him, Joe. Okay, Joe. Joe, my favorite thing about Joe kind of me, Joe. Joe. Whoa, Joe. Me and Joe, when Joe came in, Joe's like a puppy. Joe was like, I worked with Joe. Once I heard Joe play piano. Okay, Joe. And I think Joe, yeah. Joe, I'm so sorry. God, Joe. Joe's so nice. Joe's so nice. I told Joe, epic though. Joe, what happened? Wait, Joe, Joe's off book. Is that Joe? Joe, marry me. Joe just laughed. Joe performed the climb. Joe, you got it. Don't make it up, Joe. Oh my gosh, Joe. Joe's favorite emoji. Joe's here. Joji. Joe says, Joe remember Joe. Baby girl. Joe loves fixing this. We get it, Joe. Joe's like, oh, Joe. Joe's judging. Okay, Joe really does. Joe! Thanks, Joe. Go, Joe, we all got 30 seconds. First time I met Joe Serafini. Joe's so little. Okay, Joe. Joe. And you too, Joe. Joe's here too. Hello, Joe. Joe, what are you doing? Joe, what are they saying? Joe, G. Wait, Joe, can you? Joe. Joe did not. Like, hi, Joe.
I got it all over it.
Joe.
We haven't done my second coat yet. Oh, you're asking for my
Joe.
Joe was wearing throb.
Joe's like, I just want to be the one. Joe looks like a ribbon dancer.
Dang, Joe.